Surely you've already heard about the reform of the immigration regulations and the major changes it has brought since May 20, 2025. But what you might not know is that immigration has very recently published a key document. A document that defines the official management criteria detailing how all these new changes are applied in practice. If you have or are going to apply for a student stay, work permit, or arraigo, you must know what this document defines. Stay until the end because you'll also discover how to avoid the most common mistakes that could leave you in an irregular situation. Hello everyone, my name is Paula Lopez and I'm a lawyer at Balseis Group. And in today's video, we summarize the most important points about this document published by Immigration. A document that defines how all the updates and changes in the new immigration regulation are interpreted in practice. This is very important because thanks to this document, we can resolve many of the doubts we had about the new regulation. So taking into account what we'll see next, it will be much easier and clearer for you to obtain residency after the major reform of the regulation. So stay until the end and don't miss it. Modifications of residency permits. This section regulates how to move from one stay or resident status to another, and what effects the application has. We find the following subsections. From student stay to residency and work. At the moment, the application is processed, which may take 1 or 2 weeks. You automatically obtain a provisional permit to work or reside, depending on the case. A permit that will be valid until your case is resolved. If your application is denied, archived, or you withdraw it, the provisional permit is automatically void. This avoids legal gaps and allows you to start working while your change is being processed. From temporary residency to residency and work. If you've been in Spain for less than a year, you can apply for the change at any time. If you've been here for more than a year and your card is valid for at least 12 months, the time frame is from 2 months before until 3 months after your card expires, and the new permit starts the day after the previous one ends. If your card already allowed you to work, the effects are immediate from the expiration date. And if your card did not allow you to work, you will only be able to start working once the modification is approved and you are registered with the Social Security. Relatives of Spanish or EU citizens. If you lose the status of family member, you must notify the authorities within 1 month and apply for the modification within the following 3 months. In some cases, if you wait 6 months, the administration itself has issued notice initiating the suspension of the permit. A visa is not required to make the modification, and if you do not meet the requirements, immigration will open a procedure to terminate your card. Change of employer or activity. If you change employer, you must have been with the original one for at least 3 months if you leave voluntarily. If it's the company's decision, there is no minimum period. The change of employer must be communicated within approximately 1 month. The new employer must notify immigration of the change. Important: if you change section or region, the limitations of Article 192 apply. The validity of the previous permit is maintained until your case is resolved. Before continuing with this video, let me tell you something. If you find this content useful, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. We publish new videos every week with everything you need to know as a foreigner in Spain. Subscribe now and don't miss a thing. Modifications of the Entrepreneurs Law, Law 14/2013, to the general regime. Those who have residency under the Entrepreneurs Law and cannot maintain it, for example, they stop working at a highly qualified company or a project ends, can move to the general immigration regime. They might do so within 3 months of the change. The new permit will be for 1 year if you have not yet been a resident in Spain for a full year. If you've been here for at least a year, the permit might last 4 years. There is an important restriction here. You cannot switch to the general regime with the same company or business group that initially granted the permit. Effects of administrative silence. Once your application is submitted, the general rules is that if immigration does not respond within 3 months, the application is considered denied. But there is an exception. If you are requesting a change in the scope of the initial permit, whether in occupation, sector, or territory, the time frame is 1 month. And if within that month immigration does not respond, the application is considered granted. Extension of residency permits by arraigo. Finally, let's look at how the extensions of any type of arraigo will work once their purpose is fulfilled. Arraigos granted under the previous regulation. They can be renewed as arraigo under the current modalities of the new regulation, where the period is between 2 months before and 3 months after the card expires. If you request this renewal within the 2 months prior, your card is automatically extended until immigration issues its decision. Arraigo for training. It's important to note here that it can only be extended once if you continue your studies. If you already finished, you can switch to residency and work without needing to meet the national employment situation requirement. Duration of the extensions. Each extension lasts 1 year. Successive extensions may be granted as long as the conditions are maintained. And that's all for today's video. As always, we continue to publish all the news regarding immigration and nationality that you need to know as a foreigner in Spain. So, subscribe to our channel so you don't miss anything. If you'd like to start your procedure today with the help of a team of experts with years of experience, write to us at info@balseisgroup.com. Our lawyers will be happy to help you. See you in the next video. Best regards!